Okay, can you tell me, are the voice and screen clear? Can you tell me, are the voice and screen clear? Small y, small n? Yes, no? Yes? Okay. Let everyone join. We'll wait for 1 or 2 minutes. Till then, you can read the question number 10. Try to figure out what is given, try to figure out what is asked, and then decide which formula to be used. We'll wait for 1 minute. Let everyone join. Maybe joining la thoda sa time lagta. You people tell me, मोबाईल मध्ये तुम्हाला हे सगळं नीट दिसतंय का? फार बारीक दिसत नाहीये ना? कुठली वाली मेथड चांगली आहे? आपली पहिली वाली मेथड चांगली आहे की आता जी मी यूज करतोय ती चांगली आहे? सगळं क्लिअर दिसतंय तुम्हाला ना? अडचण असेल तर सांगा, म्हणजे आपल्याला परत मागच्या मेथडला शिफ्ट होता येईल, कारण मागच्या मेथड मध्ये तर कुणाला अडचण नाही. त्यात क्वेश्चन पण दिसतोय, नोटबुक पण दिसते. दिस इज ऑल्सो गुड मेथड. मी चेक पण करून बघितलं होतं माझ्या मोबाईल वरती, पण तुम्हाला एक्सपिरियन्स कसा आहे तो जरा सांगा. इज दिस ओके? इज दिस मेथड ओके? चालेल असं? इज दॅट ओके? फार बारीक दिसत नाही या स्क्रीन वरती. रीडेबल असलं पाहिजे, फार त्रास नाही व्हायला पाहिजे. आहे ओके, ठीक आहे. अच्छा, तुम्ही स्क्रीन झूम करू शकता. अच्छा, ओके. नाउ दिस इन्फॉर्मेशन आय जस्ट केम टू नो दॅट सर वी कॅन झूम द स्क्रीन. ओके, चांगली गोष्ट आहे. सो ज्या पार्टला तुम्हाला फोकस करायचा त्याच्यावरती तुम्ही झूम करू शकता अकॉर्डिंगली. दॅट इज ऑल्सो गुड थिंग. फाईन फाईन. सो बाकीच्यांना पण कळेल ते आता. फाईन. ऑल राईट. सो लेट अस सॉल्व द क्वेश्चन. See, in Young's double slit experiment, the spacing between the slits is 0.3 millimeter. Okay, it is 0.3 millimeter. Fine. Small d is equal to 0.3 millimeter, and the screen is kept at a distance of 1.5 meter. So capital D is 1.5 meter. The second bright fringe is found 6 millimeter from the central fringe. This is central bright. This is first bright. This is second bright. We know distance between the adjacent brights is capital X, fringe width. What is the distance of first bright? It is 1 times capital X. What is the distance of second bright? It is 2 times capital X. This distance of second bright from the central maxima is given to us as what? Let me read. The second bright fringe is found 6 millimeter from the central fringe. So this distance is given to us as 6 millimeter. Okay, sir. Distance of second bright is given to us. The wavelength of the light used in the experiment is lambda is equal to question mark. Small d given, capital D given, and x is also given. Position of second bright from the central bright is also given, and we are asked lambda. Options are in nanometer. Okay, we will find out answer in meter first, then we will use 10 raised to minus 9 as nano. Okay, sir, fine. Now this data we are given. Now we will use this data. Fine. Now, do you know the formula for path difference? Yes, sir. The path difference formula is x3 upon capital D. Now I have told you the trick. When path difference becomes lambda, x becomes capital X into small d upon capital D as it is. पाथ डिफरन्सचा लॅम्बडा केला की बाळांनो काय करायचं? x चा कॅपिटल x करायचा, स्मॉल d कॅपिटल d as it is. Therefore, sir, capital X is equal to lambda into capital D upon small d. Now call this as equation 1, call this as equation 2. Now replace the value of capital X. Therefore, 2 times what is capital X? Lambda d by small d is equal to 6 millimeter. 6 milli means 10 raised to minus 3. Write down along with me, okay? Step by step, write down along with me. Fine. So just put the values now. 2 into lambda we want to calculate. So let this lambda on the left hand side as it is. Let us put everything on the right hand side. 6 into 10 raised to minus 3 on the right hand side as it is. This small d on the right hand side, capital D on the right hand side, lambda will remain on the left hand side, this 2 on the right hand side. Okay, so 6 into 10 raised to minus 3 into what is small d? So small d is 0.3 millimeter. 0.3 millimeter. Okay, so small d is 0.3 millimeter. Sir, milli means 10 raised to minus 3 divided by 2 as it is. What is capital D? Sir, capital D is 1.5. Capital D is 1.5 meter. So 1.5 as it is. Now 1.5, 6 divided by 1.5 is 4. 4 divided by 2 is 2. 2 into 0.3 is 0.6. 10 raised to minus 6 into 10 raised to minus 6. Sorry, 10 raised to minus 3 into 10 raised to minus 3. 10 raised to minus 6. This is 6 into 10 raised to minus 6. This is 6 into 10 raised to minus 6. Now let me do the remaining calculation here. Sir, we are asked the answer in nanometer. Okay, म्हणजे 10 raised to minus 9 arrange करायचं आहे. So 0.6 into 10 raised to plus 3 minus 3 ची adjustment करा. आणि ऑलरेडी हा 10 raised to minus 6 आहेच. Already 10 raised to minus 6 we have. So that will become 0.6 into 10 raised to plus 3. This 10 raised to minus 3 and minus 6 will become 10 raised to minus 9. These many meter. Now sir, 10 raised to minus 9, call it as nanometer as it is. 0.6 into 10 raised to 3. 0.6 into 1000 will become 600. आणि बाळांनो 6 किंवा 600 वाला एकच ऑप्शन होता, ऑप्शन नंबर 2. डायरेक्टली पण सिलेक्ट केला असता चालला असतं, एवढं कन्व्हर्जन करत बसण्यापेक्षा. कारण 0.625 तर आले नाही आन्सर आपलं, 0.6 आलंय म्हणजे ऑप्शन नंबर 2 चालला असता ना. इथं बघा ऑप्शन नंबर 2 चालला असता क्वेश्चन मध्ये. ओके, सो नाउ जस्ट रिप्लाय मी इन द चॅट बॉक्स क्लिअर अँड रिटन CW. जस्ट रिप्लाय मी स्मॉल c स्मॉल w. What is given, what is asked, and how to solve it. This is going to be the method, standard method. Most of the questions will be solved by this method. Written? Fine. Now let us move on to the next question. The next question is assertion reason question. So let us skip that. Let us do it efficiently. Question number 12 now. Question number 12. Let us see what is given in the question number 12. Let us read the question. Fine. A parallel beam of fast moving electrons. Okay, moving beam of electrons is given to us. Fine. But electron is a particle. But we know that when the particle moves, when the particle has velocity, it has momentum. So it can also have wavelength also. And momentum wavelength formula we have already learned. Lambda is equal to h upon p. So we can calculate the wavelength of moving electron if required. Let's see what is the question. The parallel beam of fast moving electrons is incident normally means perpendicular on the narrow slit. Okay, let us draw the narrow slit. This is the narrow slit, and the parallel beam of electrons is incident on the slit. Okay sir, fine. A fluorescent screen is placed at a large distance from the slit. So at a large distance from the slit, capital D, there is one screen placed. Fine sir, fluorescent screen, so that you can observe the incidence of the electrons on the screen. Fine. What is asked? If the speed of the electrons is increased, okay, electrons are moving with the speed, let's say v. Now they are saying that this speed we are increasing, okay. Which of the following statement is correct? Correct statement विचारले. What is asked? Correct statement. Correct statement is equal to question mark. Okay. What is the first question? First option, first statement, the angular width of the central maxima will decrease. Angular width of the central maxima unaffected. Diffraction pattern does not observed on the screen in case of electron. No, this is certainly wrong. Option number 3 is wrong. We can observe the diffraction pattern for the electrons also, because when electron move with the very high speed, it has comparable wavelength, okay, and that wavelength, electron can also behave as a wave, okay. When it is in motion, it can also behave as a wave. So electron also shows diffraction pattern. So option number 3 is wrong option, okay. Here they have directly written that diffraction pattern is not observed on the screen in case of electron. This is false. Diffraction pattern can be observed for electrons also. So option number 3 बाळांनो आधीच गेला. Option number 4, angular width of the central maxima of the diffraction pattern will increase. So option number 1 is angular width decrease. Option number 2, angular width unaffected, and option number 4 is angular width increase. So angular width of central maxima, they are asking angular width of central maxima. Now let us observe here. Let us draw the diffraction pattern. Let's say this is the central maxima. This is called as linear width W. This distance is called as linear width, and this angle is called as angular width. This angle is called as angular width. Okay. Let us decide whether the angular width will increase or decrease if the velocity increases, or it remains constant. Let's see. Let us find out formula for W first, linear width. What is the formula of width of central maxima in the diffraction? Sir, it is 4 times common factor. What is common factor of diffraction? Sir, diffraction common factor is lambda d by 2a. Lambda d by 2a. What is d? Distance between the slit and the screen. Distance between the slit and the screen is capital D. What is lambda? Wavelength of the light. What is small a? Sir, small a is nothing but width of the slit, aperture. Width of the slit or aperture. It is small a. See, by increasing the speed of electron, you are not changing distance between the slit and the screen. So it is going to remain constant. Aperture or the slit width is also going to remain constant. Okay. So you can say that W is equal to 4 times lambda d upon 2a. There you can write simplification as 4 upon 2 as 2 lambda d upon a. Now try to observe carefully that how to write this angle. This theta can be approximately written as, now we have written here linear width. Now let us write angular width. Angle, this angle is approximately, sin theta is equal to theta, and sin theta can also be written as opposite upon hypotenuse, and that opposite side will be taken as W and adjacent will be taken as D. So approximately theta is opposite upon adjacent or opposite upon hypotenuse, whatever you can call it, W upon capital D. This is called as angular width. What is W? So W is 2 lambda D upon A. Remember this approximation, okay? Let me mark it as star. Fine. 2 lambda D by A divided by capital D. Sir, capital D cancel. Answer comes out to be equal to 2 lambda upon A. Now, is there any relation between the speed and the width of the aperture? No. Slit width चा काय संबंध आहे इलेक्ट्रॉनच्या स्पीडशी? काहीच नाही. Slit width we can decide whatever we can take, but there is a relation between the wavelength and the speed of the electron. Now let us write down that relation. Let us call this as equation number 1. Now you know lambda is equal to h upon p. When the particle moves, its wavelength lambda is equal to h upon p, where p is the momentum, and momentum can be written as mass into velocity. Now observe here, we are increasing the velocity. We are increasing the velocity means this denominator will increase. If this denominator increases, this entire value will decrease. If this entire value decreases, lambda decreases. Now, if this lambda decreases, then this theta also decreases. So can I say, if this speed increases, lambda decreases, and if this lambda decreases, the angular width of the diffraction pattern decreases. So which option you will select? Decreases option. Option number 1 you will select. Now you people tell me, is this question clear to all of you or not? Write it down and tell me clear and written. बघा जमला का? स्पीड वाढल्यावर काय होईल? वेवलेंथ वाढेल. वेवलेंथ वाढल्यावर काय होईल? अँग्युलर विड्थ वाढेल. Is that clear? Everyone, fast. Just reply me CW. Shall we move on to the next question? Question number 13. जायचं का? Yes, clear, good. Fine. Now let us move on to the next question. That is question number 13. Okay. What is the question number 13? Just give me a second. Very simple question seems. Polaroid glass is used in the sunglasses because. आता तुम्हीच मला सांगा, use of polarizer काय? Why? Is it fashion? It has good color. It is cheaper, म्हणजे स्वस्त मिळतं म्हणून करतो आपण. ऑप्शन 2, 3, 4 असेच दिले बाळांनो. सांगा पटकन सांगा. का आपण वापरतो? Why do we use polarizer? Because it reduces the intensity. Because it reduces the intensity of unpolarized light. So let us write something about this. Just give me a second. This page we do not want. We want a new page. Fine. So question number 13. Okay. When there is an unpolarized light, when there is unpolarized light, UP, unpolarized, when it is passed through the polarizer for the first time, okay, आत्तापर्यंत ती कधीच polarize केलेली नाहीये. When it is passed through the polarizer first time, then what is the intensity of the polarized light? The intensity of the polarized light will be equal to intensity of unpolarized light divided by 2. So intensity काय करते? Half होते. When the unpolarized light is first time, पहिल्यांदा आयुष्यात पहिल्यांदा जेव्हा ती लाईट पोलराइज होईल, आणि आधी ती अनपोलराइज लाईट आहे, it is polarized for the first time, then its intensity becomes half. Then its intensity becomes half. Is this clear to all of you? Question number 13. So option number 1. Intensity कमी होते, so light चा glare येत नाही. Okay, so you will choose option number 1. This fact you also know that. Okay, and there is one more such question. And in that one more such question, let's say there is already polarized light. This is already polarized light. And now let's say the plane of polarization of this light is vertical and there is polarizer like this. There is polarizer like this. There is polarizer like this. And the plane of the polarization of the initial light, first light, is vertical and polarizer is at an angle theta. Then what is the new intensity? There you will not use the formula as directly half. New intensity directly will not become half. This light is already polarized. This is not unpolarized. If it is unpolarized and it is passed through polarizer, then its intensity will become half. But if it is already polarized, and now if it is being passed through a polarizer inclined at an angle theta to its plane of polarization, then the new intensity is equal to original intensity into cos square theta. Is this clear to all of you? Reply me in the chat box. Is this second situation clear to all of you? Already polarized light passed through the polarizer inclined at an angle theta will give you the new intensity I2 will be equal to initial intensity into cos square theta. Just reply me CW, this second fact, so that we can move on to the next question. बोला बाळांनो, पटपट सांगा. झालं? Good. Fine. Question 14 is assertion reason. Just skip it. Question 15. Let us deal with question number 15. Let's see what is question number 15. Let us read it. Let us try to solve it. In Young's double slit experiment, okay, we are given Young's double slit experiment. Okay, sir, fine. The slits are 2 millimeter apart. Okay, distance between the slits, small d, is equal to 2 millimeter. Okay, are illuminated by the photons of two wavelengths. Okay, initial wavelength, wavelength of first photon is 12,000 angstrom unit. Lambda 1 is 12,000 angstrom unit. Angstrom means 10 raised to minus 10, you know. Lambda 2, okay, lambda 2 is given, sir. Lambda 2 is equal to 10,000, okay. Angstrom unit, okay, sir. At what minimum distance from the common central bright fringe? At what minimum distance, okay, from the common central bright fringe on the screen, which is 2 meters from the slit? Distance between the slits, Young's double slit experiment. So first slit S1, second slit S2. So S1, S2, and screen is at a distance of capital D. This is the central fringe. This is the central fringe. They are asking, at what minimum distance from the common central bright fringe on the screen, which is 2 meters from the slit, will a bright fringe from the one interference pattern, lambda 1 चा एक पहिल्या लाईटचा एक इंटरफरन्स पॅटर्न असेल त्याचा ब्राइट, will coincide with the bright fringe of the second. Okay, so ते काय म्हणतात, at what minimum distance, let's say at this distance, let's say at this distance x, काय होतंय, या x या डिस्टन्सला त्यांना काय पाहिजे, कॉमन सेंटर पासून x या डिस्टन्सला पहिल्या पॅटर्नचा, पहिल्या लाईटचा एक ब्राइट बँड पाहिजे. सो दॅट इज गोइंग टू बी द पोझिशन ऑफ लेट्स से nth ब्राइट किंवा n1th ब्राइट. ओके, त्याच ठिकाणी काय पाहिजे, दुसऱ्या पॅटर्नचा सुद्धा कुठला तरी ब्राइट पाहिजे, त्याच डिस्टन्सला, त्याच x च्या व्हॅल्यूला काय पाहिजे त्यांना, एक ब्राइट बँडच पाहिजे, पण दुसऱ्या पॅटर्नचा ब्राइट बँड पाहिजे. ओके फाइन. नाउ व्हॉट इज दॅट डिस्टन्स? सो काय विचारले, x इज इक्वल टू क्वेश्चन मार्क. असं कुठलं डिस्टन्स आहे, ऍट व्हॉट डिस्टन्स x यू विल फाइंड दॅट एकाचा n1th ब्राइट दुसऱ्याच्या n2th ब्राइट बरोबर काय झालाय, ओव्हरलॅप. म्हणजे एकाचा 5वा ब्राइट दुसऱ्याच्या 6व्या ब्राइट बरोबर ओव्हरलॅप झाला. ओके, असं त्यांना म्हणायचं. देयर इज वन कमेंट, sir, last question was based on the Malus law. Yes, it was based on the Malus law. Perfect. Now let us back to this question. Now they are asking, what is that distance at which there will be overlap of bright bands? At which there will be overlap of bright bands? Fine.